and run to the shack with it. How's that sound? Over.
K4RBN, WT6R. Wow, that sounds fantastic. I understood that whole thing, especially at the other end down there. I know I've experienced that with the chassis mount connectors. Those four little holes there are barely big enough for a number 2 screw. Even a number 6 screw, it's hard to get through there. And so you just got to make one a little bit bigger so you've got something to connect the twisted together braid to. That should work good. So at the antenna end, your antenna is, I think it's at around 34, 35 ohms or something like that of real resistance. And then at the end where it will come out of that dual 75 ohm section that are hooked together, it'll be 50 ohms, and you can lead it back to the shack, right?
That's right. So they say. Yep. The antenna is 32 ohms. That's what I measured. And I tell you, I took a lot of trouble instead of just calculating those quarter waves. I actually dipped them, scanned them with the analyzer, and got them right. And man, they're right. I'm not kidding you. And let me tell you something else. I got this CATV RG. It's really not RG6. It's 6 series cable drop wire. I think it was about 400 feet of it. And it's 3/8 of an inch. It's not like a typical old cheap RG6, but it's got some gummy stuff in it. It's waterproof, more or less. And it's very high quality. It's made by T times something. I forget what it is. I can't get to my paper. But it's, I looked it up on the internet. That stuff, when it was in its heyday, it was certainly expensive. And that's what I'm using. I don't like it. It's really tough. It's got aluminum braid, a couple of those, and then it's got some old foil shields, and they're a pain to get off. It's got real thick insulation on the inner conductor. But I'm going to put up with it because I got enough of it to make, see, I made one line and got it exactly right, so all I got to do is go down there and make another one, just put it side by side and measure it exactly like the other one. So I'm through with that. But anyway, it should be, I put my analyzer on the vertical tonight. It's way too long, and the impedance is mismatched quite a bit. I got about 175 foot run on that out to the backyard, so I need to match that thing up pretty good, you know. It's losing a lot of power. It's got a lot of reflective power on the amp. Not enough to kick it out, but it's getting there. Anyway, Doug, that was something. I also use the analyzer to actually determine the velocity factor of the cable. I looked it up on the internet. They said it was 0.85, which is pretty good stuff. I calculated it and measured it with the analyzer. Yeah, you do some calculations and some measurements, and it came out 0.846. That's pretty close to the published velocity factor. So I I'm just tickled death with that little rig expert. You have to, I got the manual out, and heck, I can't remember how to do that stuff. I don't understand all I know, Doug. I have to refresh my memory all the time. WT6R, K4RBN.
K4RBN, WT6R. I need to get one of those things because I've tried to make the quarter wave stubs before, and I've just been taking a guess. I've been just doing what you said. It's kind of like reading on the side of the wire. Okay, here's the velocity factor. But unless you can read it on an analyzer like you have, and then tune it in, that's what you pay DX Engineering for when you order up a quarter wave stub. You can order them from them, and they do what you're doing. They put on an analyzer, and they get the exact, and then they trim it to the right thing. And so I tried to build one before, what you're doing, but I was feeding two verticals that, through a quarter wave C-line joined in the middle through a switch to each of the verticals to try to go east or west. And that was my problem. My quarter wave lines were off, and I was never getting the multiplication that I should have gotten in the forward direction, and I wasn't getting the rear filtering out, whatever you call front to back ratio. So I need to get one of those things. They probably still have them around, don't they?
Yes, they do. Gigaport, G-I-G-A, they were actually doing repair work on the analyzers, and as far as I know, they still are. So you might check with them. They're the one that I bought it from Huntsville, Alabama. It's G-I-G-A. You can check with them. I don't know if DXE has them or not. But anyway, it just, man, it runs rings around that old MFJ I had. That thing, in the dark age, it's been around for 30 or 40 years or more. And I don't have the most expensive one, nor is it the cheapest one. It's kind of a middle of the line. It's a 35 AA zoom, they call it. But it doesn't do UHF, which I have no interest in whatsoever. So it's called 35 AA zoom, I think it is. But they're pretty expensive. I mean, they're not real cheap, but boy, I have enjoyed that thing. You can actually, a fellow like you that's computer literate can connect it to a computer, update the software, do all sorts of things with it, which I don't do. I don't connect mine, but they give you a manual for using the computer. They did me. I don't know if they still give you a hard copy or let you download it. Probably let you download it now. But there's just no way that you can calculate get an exact quarter wave at an exact frequency. Of course, you have to remember, Doug, that's good for that one frequency, and then you get very far from that, why you're getting off a little bit, but it'll put you in the ballpark and really make it at your center frequency. You'll be right on the money, that's for sure. And I'm going to be another thing, just about all these velocity factors they publish, they're off a little bit. And it can make a little difference when you're doing your calculations. I actually used about a quarter of an inch trimming. I trimmed it 4 or 5 times. I said, I'm not going to do do like I normally do, cut too much off and go beyond.